For more chat about geek entertainment, answers to your questions, and news from the wider world of Christian geekery, get the Christian Geek Central podcast today on iTunes and other podcast services. All right. Yeah, Joel, the reason the tutorials probably don't mention doing that is because they're probably designed with PC gaming in mind, and PC gaming doesn't have the cross-save, thing built into it. On the other hand, you have all kinds of ways you can mod the game on PC that you can't on the console. This thing just frees up on me. Oh, there it is. Francisco Ruiz asks, do you have a favorite movie music composer? Not these... Well, no, that's not true. That's not true. If somebody... I can't Google it right now, but if somebody wants to look up the composer for... the Conan movie starring the dude that plays Aquaman. I think it's just called Conan the Barbarian, maybe, is the name of that movie. Whoever did the music for that, they kind of first became known for video game scores. I think... Are they the one that did 300? I'm not sure. But whoever that is, and I... in another situation might be able to tell you his name off the top of my head, but I tend to forget these things when I'm put on the spot. But yeah, I really like that composer. I used to really like Danny Elfman, but his early stuff, his more modern stuff just sounds more vanilla and mainstream and fits in with a lot of other composers, but his early kind of wonky stuff, I definitely enjoyed a lot. All right, let's see here. I think we're all set to go into this location. I'm hoping that I can kind of find a decent little dungeon crawl while I'm doing this. Let me restart my timer here. This area of the map has just been unlocked for me recently, and I'm trying to... Let's see, where's this... There's a quest. Where is it? Lost Brother. So there's this guy who lost his brother. He was last seen in this area of the map, to state it concisely. Oh, let's see. I think I did find his remains. Let's see here. Erdris would like to learn the fate of his great-grandfather. Came here in search of adventure. Okay, came here meaning this area of the map, I think. So, yeah, I'm just kind of exploring some locations I haven't been to before that I recently got access to. Rinderpest, Burial Ground, Unfinished Clearing. I'm going to go here. See what's here. Tyler Bates. Thank you, Francisco Ruiz. Tyler Bates. Yeah, I have... enjoyed several of his video game scores. He did the original God of War soundtracks, or at least for the first game to establish what the main theme was. Since then, now it's some guy who's named after like an animal, Bear McCreary, does the score for the new God of War franchise as it's kind of recently been rebooted. But Tyler Bates did the score for the original run of those games, and I really liked the sound that he had there and that he uses in a lot of his movies and video games since then. Okay, so this is one of the recycled maps of this. I mentioned this when I highlighted this game in my best games of 2020. So it can feel like I've been to a location like this one before. But see, you don't always get to go into the cave that's there. Sometimes the objective of the map will just be in this open area. So it might just be a one-room cave, though. All right. Now I keep the tactics pretty low, so this shouldn't be a challenging fight here. These guys are positioned nicely for a spell from Elderast. Let's see here. Ooh, let's see here. Oh, no, no. I thought that was going to let me choose where the line of the wall of frost exactly would land. Ice storm. Let's see. Can I position this in a way that it'll mainly get them and not my guys? I think I can. All right, let's give that a shot. Because these guys look flamey. They have kind of flamey looks about them. So hopefully this will do some nice damage. Rain down destruction! Oh, that wasn't quite as destructive as I would have wanted. Oh, yeah. Alpha Warg from Dunsword Pack. Alpha Warg... How can you... What do you mean a bunch? There's only one alpha in a pack. It doesn't make sense. Alright, well, her flame isn't healing them, is it? Let me see. So this lady... She's got, like... she's sharing this dimensional plane, like, with her twin sister. And they can swap places. And that can sometimes be useful when her sister's abilities... are more relevant, and I think right now they might be. There we go. She's got more water-type abilities. I think she just missed there, though. Alright. Okay. Not bad. Oh, okay. Francisco Ruiz says, and yes, Tyler Bates did music for 300 and Watchmen. Yes. Yes. I think I forgot, or maybe I never knew that he did the music for Watchmen. So much of that movie is pop music and not scoring, but it makes a ton of sense that he would be used for that. Gosh, are we... She's walking slow. Are we encumbered or something right now? What is going on? Let me look at my inventory situation here. Oh yeah, we're overloaded. How did that happen? Do we have... Is somebody's strength been lowered? Oh, they all have... Oh, it's like... Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. They were walking in the ice. It was still... The ice storm effect was still in play, and so... Okay, now they're not limping around anymore. Ooh. Okay, 2 identified items. Probably not going to have a use for the punching dagger, but this cloak. Let's see what we got. Enchanter's Cape, +1 bonus to enchantment, school spells. Oh, no, it's not really... I don't really have anybody that does a lot of that. Stealth checks. Oh, when did I pick this up? That would be good for Ebony. If I have like a female stealthy thief type character, I very often will name them Ebony after the character Ebony Ravenloft in the Spirit Blade trilogy, for reasons that I won't spoil if you haven't listened to that trilogy. And you can get the first part, as always, for free, the Legacy Edition, over at spiritblade.com. And it's, you know, it's also a pretty self-contained story, so it doesn't end on a cliffhanger. Second one does. So if you decide after the first one that you want to keep going, yeah, second one ends on a cliffhanger. First one doesn't. You can be one and done if you download that. And it's not your cup of tea, then no risk to you. Oh yeah, that's right. I was going to change her cloak. +10 and... Oh. +10. Oh, but this one also gives me cold resistance 30. So let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. I don't like that top hat. That looks a little silly. I don't think I can make it... Can I make it invisible? What is this appearance thing? Oh! Show helmet off. Very good. Yeah. I usually show it when she has a hood on, because I like the hooded look for her. And I kind of wanted to cover her horns, because... yeah. Because of portrait and class limitations, I kind of felt like I had to go with a tiefling or whatever the crap her class is. Her race is, I mean. But, oh well, now I'll keep the top hat on. It's about equal to the horns and the funky hairdo. Okay. Enough of that business. Okay, so I think that's about all there was in this location. Sometimes this game is nice just when I want crunchy boots, which, as some of you guys know, I'm a big fan of games that have Foley effects that will give me crunchy boots and wrestling equipment while my guys are walking around. You get a whole party of people with all their various jingling, rustling things. It's very nice, very satisfying. My boys are similarly auditorily tuned, especially Asher, but Titus sometimes when there's a sound he likes, you know, like when he's stirring something or there's something else that the sound he likes, he'll do that and he'll say, "That's so satisfying." But yeah, no, this game I just like for the atmosphere sometimes, for the sound effects, for the music, for the whole package, the whole D&D-ness of it. Oops. Crap. Okay. No. Oh, now my guys are fatigued. That's one thing that recently I've kind of been losing a little bit of patience with, is how often you end up having to rest while you're going around in the overworld. Let's see here. Francisco Ruiz has really enjoyed Bear McCreary for what he did for the music of Battlestar Galactica. I think that's kind of where he got his name, was Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, he did great stuff there. Which also, if you listen to the main opening theme of that, has kind of a tribal vibe to it, which, even though they went in a different direction, not quite as tribal, with the recent God of War game, you can see maybe in part why he got the job. He does the main theme and a lot of the music to Walking Dead, or at least he was for a while. He doesn't have I haven't figured out like a style to pin him down to. He seems pretty versatile. Rugged Rory says, no, let's fight. We're not going to avoid this. Let's fight. Rugged Rory says, I recently started rewatching the show Alias. That was a big favorite of me and Holly back in the day. And cool spy show. Spy in the sense that it does have some geek appeal. It has what I would call like light sci-fi elements, where it's just a little bit future tech, you know, or tech that we have today, but that is kind of shrunk down more than is possible right now. Kobolds. It's gonna be nothing. Ooh, we got more than just these guys, though. Nice. Oops. Okay. All right. How do we get out of here? Is there an exit? Oh, probably not this way. Nathan Norman says, "Crunchy Boots should be the name of your 80s inspired rock band." Ooh, look at all this stuff. This is a nice feature. When you exit an area, you automatically get like a chance to pick up loot from any enemies that you killed. So you don't have to like walk around to each enemy, you know, on a map and make sure you loot them all. You can do it all as you're exiting, which is nice. I don't think I would ever start an 80s rock band, but I did consider if I ever made another shirt for Christian Geek Central that I would put some kind of like in joke, in reference that some of you guys that have watched my content or been connected to my content for a while would understand the significance of. And if I were to do that, Crunchy Boots would probably be somewhere near the top of the list of things to choose from to put on a shirt like that. Because I do like my crunchy boots. I wonder if there's been any review that I've done of a video game that involves people walking around in the wilderness where I've not said something about crunchy boots. I love my crunchy boots. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I love my crunchy boots. Still, a little bit bummed that of the games that got noticeably improved load times when moving from PS4 to PS5, this one was not one of them. I don't know if I ever timed it or not, but the other ones, the ones that I did time, also even without timing them, it's a noticeable improvement. Anybody tired yet? In my adventuring party, not you guys. Although, sure, if you want to tell me that you're tired, that's fine. I can try to wake you up somehow. Francisco says, wait. Crunchy Boots is the name of the band that Pater's Campfire Bard starts. And that's a reference to the audio drama series that I produced a pilot for patrons called Campfire Quest. Which I think there's some sense to that. I'm thinking Sepulchre of Forgotten Heroes. That has a chance of being kind of like a tomb crypty type thing, but I do need to, well, let's walk a little further before we rest. Let's wait till, okay, now everybody's fatigued, so now I will rest. Skip time. Even saving in this game takes longer than I want it to. It's just a little bit sluggish. What was ironic, though, and I mentioned this on the podcast, I think, when I was talking about my getting the PS5 and just kind of what I was noticing about it, is that Sword Coast Legends, which is not available on the PlayStation Store anymore, because the company is defunct. It like went totally out of business. Hopefully someone will pick up the rights, and it'll become available again. I don't even know if you can get it on like Good Old Games. I don't think you can get it on Steam. Anyway, that game was not running well, and the menus were really sluggish on PS4. But they significantly were improved on PS5, which was really cool. And that's a game that, you know, all the load time improvements I've seen in games, it's not because the people optimized their games for the PS5. It just worked out that it was able to take advantage of, you know, some of that, which is really nice. Yes, I do want to enter this. What is this? The Sepulchre of Forgotten Heroes. The Sepulchre of Forgotten Heroes is one of the numerous tombs that dot the Dunsword Plains. The structure has always drawn the attention of outsiders, from scientists dreaming of solving an ancient civilization's secrets to grave robbers seeking ancient treasure. That's me. As far as anyone knows, no one has yet made it back from the Sepulchre to say for sure what is hidden inside. Well, let me be the first! Crunchy boots, boots now. Crunchy boots, boots. It's caffeine kicking in. And I still have one of these donuts that I'm going to eat. That'll give me a little sugar kick, too. I've been wondering how this stream was going to go, being the first stream with my splint in, where I'm talking basically almost nonstop for 4 hours. There are some episodes of the podcast that when I'm done recording, I'm just like, it takes a little more effort to talk with the splint in. And so I've been curious how it'll go. All right. She in the lead? Yes. Yes. We're good. We're rested. A massive stone door blocks the entrance. It has no knobs, buttons, or other signs as to how to unlock it. However, a thick patch of moss has been scraped off the door's hinges, hinting that it's been opened recently. Okay, well, let's search. Well, let's detect magic first. First things first. Door radiates a faint transmutation aura. Well, let's search for a way to unlock the door. Can't find any physical mechanisms. It seems the door must be opened through some magical means. Oh, crap. So this is something I probably need a quest for to really get in there. Let's try to force it open. It's not going to work. Nope. Okay. So, gosh, I don't think this is about me trying to be clever and use some spell at my disposal. I think I need a quest of some kind to give me access to this. transmutation. So yeah, that yeah, bummer. Okay. Well, I don't know if I'll find a dungeon in the time we have for this game. I have 26 minutes left on this one. Come on now. Francisco Reed says, will you still have the splints for extra life? I hope not. The treatment is only supposed to go from 3 to 6 months. So, end of, what would that be, July that I'd be looking at? January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So, yeah. Yeah, end of July is the latest, the longest it should last. And I might be done as early as, 3 months. We'll see. Ruined Tower? Now that sounds good, but I don't see how to get there. Oh wait, no, there's a road back here. Okay, so we go back this way. And then we go this way. Overgrown Cavern? No. Ruined Tower, baby. Ruined Tower. Oh man, I'm finding all kinds of stuff over here. Couple of guys getting tired. Oh! Okay, only my wizard and thief are fatigued. So yeah, let's go ahead and fight. Rugged Warrior says, one thing about Christian Geek Central streams, he usually plays games I've never seen or heard of. That's cool. I think you mentioned that to me before, Rugged Warrior, and I mean, hopefully that's a plus for you. I love being able to introduce people to things I like that they have never heard of before. That's one of my favorite things, actually. I love having friends over to watch movies that I've already seen and really like, that they have not seen yet. That's an awesome scenario for me. Oh, what do we got here? Okay, well, let's just see how this plays out with auto-attacking for a bit. Oh, yeah. As long as none of them come at Eldorast, I don't think anybody's going to come from behind. You got to watch out for that sometimes. Oh yeah, these guys won't be too tough at all. Oh man. Those were some wet explosions. Alright. Not terribly eventful. Ooh. That sells for a nice price if I decide not to cook with it. And what do we got here? Oh, nothing I need. Okay, we'll leave. Nathan's got to go. He says, I've got to go. I'm meeting with my apprentices in Vietnam over Zoom. Please say a quick prayer for me. We're going over Galatians 6, 1 through 10, and I'm rather exhausted. Oh, man. Lord Jesus, would you give Nathan the focus to bring about what you have positioned him there to do? Would you give him just grace to get through that meeting? And would you bring to his mind all the things that you want to come out in that meeting? Would you prepare the hearts of those that are going to be in that meeting with him? And just let them come away from that confident that you were in that meeting. I guess you're supposed to say amen. I sometimes don't. Let's see here. Amen really just means it's like an affirmation. It's like, yes, so be it. Let this be. Or this is true. Yes, Or if you've watched Book of Eli, it's how you stop. Anybody remember that line? I really enjoyed that movie. Ruined Tower, not seeing access yet. And all my guys are tired, so let's rest. Again. You're welcome, Nathan. Have a good meeting. Let's see here. Well, yeah! Ruined Tower access. A decayed tower that looms over the plains. This ancient setting has withstood both the elements and the test of time. Decayed but unyielding, the tall structure remains. A half-destroyed staircase with unusually tall steps leads to the higher floors, and the tower walls are covered with eroded inscriptions and images. Hey, sounds like my kind of place. Oh. Well, I hope it's a dungeon, too. Sometimes you get these kind of like storybook choose-your-own-adventure type things, which is kind of cool, because they bring into play some of your more non-combat RPG stats. So this is where you get some non-combat D&D type moments. The ruins of the tower loomed over the surrounding plains like a tombstone. The writer is like the party bard or whatever. I never bring her along because she's annoying, but for some reason she still is writing my legend. My escapades or whatever. Like a tombstone so old that time had worn away the epitaph, as well the language it had been written in. Each crumbling step of the giant stairway was as tall as a grown man's chest, and the huge portal where the door once stood was wide enough for our entire party to walk abreast through. We decided to climb the tower. Let's see, who's good with that? Oh yeah, nice. They give you a reminder of who's good at what. So I can kind of have one of my party members do the check for everybody, which is nice. I guess she climbs first and then pulls everybody else up or something. It was hard to imagine how tall the building must have been before crumbling under its own weight. It's possible that even the owners would have towered above us had they still been around. Crap, I don't think I'm going to get to crawl this dungeon. Even so, by using the cracks and pits in the stone wall, an experienced climber would likely be able to scale the tower. Amiri spat on her hands and swiftly climbed up to one of the high ledges, what remained of the second floor. There, the walls had deteriorated even further. They were covered with engravings, barely visible symbols of some ancient language. After catching her breath, she decided to try to read the inscription? She's probably not going to be able to do it. Yeah, okay. I thought, are they going to give me a choice of a party member again? No, I guess not. Okay. After removing the moss from some symbols engraved in the stone, Amiri studied them carefully. Time had ravaged the symbols. Amiri couldn't even tell the inscriptions from the fine netting of cracks covering the wall. With no hope of gleaning anything useful, she decided to climb further, right? Joel Nelson says, if you're looking to watch a horribly great movie, you should watch Spaghetti Man on Amazon Prime. I'm not usually in the market for a horribly great movie. Well, horribly great. I don't know, if Riff Tracks makes a track for it, then I would watch it in that kind of scenario, I think. Okay, let's see here. Climbing higher was no easy task. Amiri's fingers slipped on wet moss and the rocks crumbled beneath her feet. Perched atop a shelf on the opposite wall, a large black raven watched Amiri's ascent intently. Clinging to the signs that were carved into the wall, Amiri slowly began moving upwards. At last she reached the top. An uneven stub was all that was left of the spire that once must have reached to the lower clouds. Alas, there was no treasure to be found there. Come on! Unless you are willing to count the magnificent view of the surrounding area. I am not! A fire flickered in a distance. Someone had set up a camp there. Finding out she had seen enough, Amiri carefully descended. After that, we decided to turn away and leave. Huh, are they... The fire flickered in the distance. Are they at least going to maybe unlock a new location on the world map? We walked away, leaving the stone colossus to its eternal slumber. Lame. Not happy. Not happy. Let's see here. Blood Furrows. Kelid Barbarian Camp. Collapsed Passage. Linorm's Grave. Overgrown Cavern. Huh. So it still has a question mark here, so evidently I haven't done whatever gotten out of it, whatever I'm able to get out of it. I must need to have somebody that can both climb and read that stuff. Blood Furrows. Let's keep going north. Let's keep going north. What is a Blood Furrows? No. North. North, Miss Tessmacher. North. This way? Anybody name that reference? The Miss Tessmacher is a big, big clue. But you still might guess incorrectly. It would be easy to jump to one movie and not the correct one. Gabriel Simpson says, anyone else have a good evening? Going to, Christian Geek Central, everyone else have a good evening. Going to play a hunting video game with my wife. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think you were telling me about that. Nice. Let's see, what kind of time we got left here? Finding the Pathfinders. Wait, did that just advance something? Where did that go? Is it in my errands? No. No. Huh. I feel like it just advanced some quest that I don't know. It's not the Varnhold vanishing. Oh, let's see here. Not a single... We should look around and see. Leader of the Spriggans occupying Varnhold claimed that it was empty when we got there. The scoundrel must be lying, right? If not, then who or what drove the Spriggans from their home? I thought I went there. Maybe I should go to Varnhold and check out Varnhold. Let's go check it out. We're going to Varnhold, everybody. Which is way back here. Let's try to avoid this time. See if I can get away with it. We're all tired, but maybe I can pull it off. You've spotted the enemies. You've failed to sneak past. Okay, I gotta fight anyway. That's... man, I almost never try to avoid them. But the times I have, I've gotten away with it, I think. When in doubt, save. Very true. Very true. Alright, 15 minutes left on this one. Oh, these guys should be pretty easy. No one's sneaking up behind us, right? Oh! Man, I'm glad I kept an eye out. Okay, Elderast, you gotta shield up. Alright. Elderast, you gotta smoke these dudes. What do we got here? Let's just do a fireball. Yeah, this won't take much longer. You dare strike me! Oh, he's gonna die real soon. Oh yeah, nice. Nice shot, Elderast. Alright. Let's get out of here. Alright. Ooh, yeah, I'll take that. Good, good. Alright. Feel good about that. Is it time for my donut yet? No. No. Maybe like at the halfway point, which would be like 7 o'clock, I guess, huh? Dang. Man. All these other live streams compared to Extra Life go by so much faster, and Extra Life goes by fast, even in its own way. All right, let's rest before we continue. Yes, yes, yes. I wish I could cycle through this a little bit faster. But I think the sluggishness of this game is really my only complaint. I really... it's just nothing like a game that'll scratch that D&D aesthetic itch for me. Okay, we need to continue to Varnhold. Let's... Oh, crap! I was going to try to avoid. Oh, well. What do we got here? Every once in a while I'll be surprised by something that's like, oh, crap, this is a random enemy, this is too much for me. But most of the time, it's not tough. Oh, yeah, and every once in a while, you get a weird fluke where there is no enemy. I don't know what that's about, why they bother slowing me down for nothing. And you can also, every now and then, have some good encounters too. Like there's a merchant that I'll sometimes run into that has special wares. Keeping my eye on their portraits, watching for those fatigued icons. There's a couple, there's more, and stop. Okay. I just don't want to get caught with my pants down, as it were, all tired, all tuckered out. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, continue. There's Varnhold. Now, don't let me down, Varnhold. I'm kind of doing a stream here. We want to show the people something cool. So be something cool, okay? Oh man, getting all fatigued again. When you're going through these slower mountainous regions, you get fatigued even faster. So the overworld stuff does get tedious. I got a new steamer. I bought it. My old one was wearing out. But it's still an Impeller mist humidifier. So it has that nice sound of the mist. Shh. You feel the cool mist on your face. For those who don't know, that's possibly my favorite sound in the world. Yeah, enter. And so I like to relax. Sometimes when I've been overstimulated for a while, I just turn off screens, turn off all sources of noise and stuff, and I'll just read with my steamer on. My wife bought me one. This whole type of steamer, they're phasing out. So they don't make very many of them at all anymore. My wife bought me one for my birthday 3 or 4 years ago, and that one finally started to die out. It still works, but the motor's getting a little bit loud and interfering with my enjoyment of the sound. Okay, now I've been here before, but evidently I have not explored it completely. Pot shards lie scattered in the middle of the road. Traces of oil can be seen on the shards. To the Varnhold Stockade. Okay. Yeah, I've been here. I've been to the stockade before. So what did I not do here before that I need to do now to advance this quest? I'm got sitting right here my copy of Shadow Hearts for the PlayStation 2. Shadow Hearts from the New World, which I'm considering returning to and doing a Let's Play series for patrons. Maybe sometime down the road I'll make it public, but I haven't even, made the Rise of Eldoras series public, and I don't know when that'll be, if ever. But I was in the mood for a turn-based RPG this week, and I couldn't find anything to fit the bill until I thought of that game. So I might be getting into that this weekend. We'll see. Oh. Let's see here. Well, let me go in here. I've been in here before. And I thought that I had done all I need to do in here, in this place. Yeah, I don't think, goods. No, what's this? Well, let's collect it. Oh, look at that. Dang it. Okay. Okay, so I needed to pick that up last time. I just read it last time, but I didn't pick it up. Okay, Varnhold is a ghost town. There's not a single soul in sight. We should look around and find out where everyone's gone. Vorticai. This cryptic word must be connected to everything going on around here, but what or who is this Vorticai? The leader of the Spriggans occupying Varnhold claimed that it was empty when they got there. The scoundrel must be lying right. If not, then who or what drove the Spriggans from their home? So Vorticai. Well, that doesn't really help me know what to do next. Do I need to go report back to somebody? Maybe I do. Okay. Well, if nothing triggers... no. If nothing triggers when I leave this location, I'm going to go back to my base, to my throne room, and see if anyone wishes to speak with me, and inform me of where more glory may be obtained. Francisco Reed says, have to go. Thank you for the stream. Christian Geek Central. Bye, all. Oh, but he asked a question before that. Have you ever looked up an 8-hour loop or some such of steam or white noise on YouTube? I have. It's not the same. The recordings are never good enough to capture the fidelity of the sounds that I really want to hear. And you also miss the mist experience as well, which is like half of it. Easily half of it. But yeah, before I got a steamer for my wife a few years ago, because the one she bought me, knew it was $20, but since it was harder to get them new, they're out of production. It cost closer to $50. The one she bought. This one I got for less, and thankfully it is almost identical, and produces pretty much the same sound. The parts of it that I really care about, but yeah, eventually they'll stop making them all together, and then that experience of that little cool mist humidifier will just be in my memory. So sad. Oh well. I can smell that donut. Oof, I can smell it. I've gained back a little less than half of the weight that I lost from that year I did of weight loss. And I haven't been in a rush to... I wanted to only gain back 2 of the 6 inches that I lost. Last time I measured on Wednesday, I was at about 2.5 above where I was at my lowest measurement. And I'd like to, get back and just be at that 2-inch mark. No higher than that, and probably not a ton lower. I mean, maybe long term I'll see if I can get there again. But I want to lose it more slowly this time in case that'll help with the ear popping thing that I've been dealing with. Which again, I talk about a little bit in that video where I talk about what's going on with my speech and why I have the splint in. So you can check out that video if you want more information. Let's see here. So now, I didn't get any kind of like cutscene or whatever. So we are heading back. How much? 3 minutes. You know what, let's just get a head start on another... Well, no. Let me do this. So the next time I remember at least what I was about to do when I play this. Oh, it's going to be a long, painful trek. Going to be slow going. Look at that. All right, so I'll just save right now. But at least now I'll have my destination highlighted, so when I come back to this and go, what was I doing in this game? I'll remember, oh yeah, I was going to go back to the throne room to see if that quest advanced. So sorry I didn't get you a proper dungeon. I thought maybe we'd find one, but not so much. I do like this game though. In fact, I love it. All right, so I'll let that timer keep going for now. We've done Darkest Dungeon. We've done... let's take a break from traditional dungeon crawlers for a moment. But play another game with some really good crunchy boots. And that is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Man, now the time is crawling by since I told myself I'm going to eat that donut at 7 o'clock. Rugged Wars has been missing the gym. Yeah, I need to get back to more like resistance type exercising. I haven't done that in a good long while. I sometime in the early fall I switched over to just jogging, and really I should get back to alternating more. Yeah. Oh, there's the timer. Come on now. Check for your additional content, and let's be on with it. This one, I haven't played this one in a little while. I'm in the DLC, the Fate of Atlantis DLC, where there's like 3 new regions that are in like supernatural planes or something. I can't remember how they're justifying. I think basically with this DLC, they have officially entered into full-blown fantasy. I feel like the Assassin's Creed series has certainly been playing with sci-fi since the very beginning, but allowing there to be mythical, magical creatures in the past. I mean, I suppose it all ultimately is not really magic, but it's just science we don't understand, that kind of thing. But I don't know. Now they've taken me to a whole different dimension. I'm in freaking Hades right now, or the underworld, or whatever, Tartarus. But still doing the same kinds of activities that you would do in a normal Assassin's Creed game. Namely, finding locations and clearing them of bad guys, which is one of my favorite pastimes. Let's see. Let's find a good meaty like outpost or something. What is this? No, that's not. That's a stronghold of some kind, isn't it? Doesn't look like I've cleared it yet. Well, let's go check it out. Yeah. Yeah, crunchy boots. And I've got the upgrade that basically removes all fall damage, which is really cool. So she's essentially Wonder Woman now. But yeah, I don't know, I've got mixed feelings about Tartarus being all dark and bleak and embers of, kind of floating in the air. It definitely gives off the kind of hellish landscape they're going for. And normally I'm totally into this kind of aesthetic, but I don't know, maybe part of me has gotten used to counting on Assassin's Creed games for lush, beautiful nature environments, and so it's a little weird to be in one that's like definitely not that. I don't know. I'm not really feeling that way now, but that may be because I've been away from the game for a while. Ooh. Yeah, let's pick up some stuff here. I really am trying to keep on top of the crafting and the upgrading of my armor. I've got now 3 different armor sets for different occasions. One for stealth, one for melee combat, and one for like ranged attacking. I'm wearing the ranged attacking one right now because that tends to be my play style. It does involve some stealth, but shooting guys from far away, sniping them, tends to be my thing. Instead of getting in there and mixing it up, because I don't do well under pressure. So anybody like digging into older games or just games that have a lot of staying power right now when game releases have slowed down? From the various gaming podcasts that I listen to, in part to kind of stay in the know of what's going on in the gaming industry, it's being projected pretty widely that releases are really going to be slowing down and sparse this year as the circumstances of quarantine are now catching up with developers, or rather we are finally seeing the effects of it. You know, a number of games that were pretty far along the way still got released without a ton of crazy delay. Oh yeah, I have not cleared this place. Let's do it. 3 captains to kill, 4 torches to destroy, and 5 treasures to loot. Yeah, this is a nice, meaty location for me to take on with you guys. Let's see here. So first we got to send up our drone, right? That's a reference to like Ghost Recon Wildlands and Breakpoint. I really don't mind that the way that Ubisoft games are similar, and I mean it's not so much that it's like you could genuinely accuse them of just reskinning the same game, because they do change a number of mechanical details, but it's I certainly don't mind the elements that repeat. I just like the type of game that Ubisoft makes. Oh, and if you guys haven't heard, it was recently announced that Ubisoft is making an open-world Star Wars game. Because EA lost their exclusivity license, it ended. Disney decided, I guess, to end it early, which I think is great for Star Wars fans. So now, you know, any developer that has an idea that makes Disney happy can compete. And so I think we're going to get better Star Wars games as a result, you know? It's, yeah, I suppose just kind of simple capitalism, right? When you got competition, then the products improve. Man, there's a lot of guys here. It's a big environment. So I'm not a big like Star Wars fan in particular. I mean, I like it because I like sci-fi and I like fantasy, and it's got plenty of sci-fi and a little bit of fantasy thrown in. So in that regard, I'll be interested in just playing a cool sci-fi fantasy Ubisoft game, open world Ubisoft game. I am on board for that. But it's funny, I mean, for me, the draw for that game will be that it's a Ubisoft open world game, not so much that it's a Star Wars game. But that's just recently announced, so it's probably, I don't know, at least 2 to 3 years out before we see that. Okay. Okay, I think I have gathered the information I need, at least at the moment, to kind of get things started here. Now, did we see a bonfire? We did. So that bonfire, I want to take that out if you're not familiar with this game, because if the camp gets alerted that there's an intruder, someone will run and set off that bonfire. It's a signal fire. And then reinforcements will come. So if I can take out that first, that will at least reduce the number of baddies that I have to contend with. Oh, Rugged Warrior, yeah. He says, I'm curious about that Indiana Jones game. Yeah, Bethesda, I believe it was, recently announced that they are working on an Indiana Jones game. There's just been a teaser for it. I'm thinking very little development work has been done. But that one might actually be like a True Blue exclusive for the Series X and S. I don't know. Yeah, curious is the word I would use to describe it, my interest level too, because I don't really like the Tomb Raider games. They're not quite, you know, they're just a little too difficult for me, I think. A little too much opportunity for dying and repeating material. And I'm not I do like me some fantasy, so I don't know if like the whole just modern day adventure in ancient locales is going to be enough of a draw for me. But with Indiana Jones, well, and I guess Tomb Raider has dipped into this too, they usually introduce an element of the supernatural at some point. So I don't know. I don't have a particular affinity for Indiana Jones. I did back in the day, but as a property, it hasn't been super active for a long time. So I would be interested in it potentially more just for the type of game that it is and the type of setting that it is. Okay. Think I'm gonna make it. Oh man, it's been a while, but I am remembering what I love about this game. Yeah, feels good. Hey, I wanted to let you know there are some dates below in the description of some live events coming up that you may not want to miss. And also, while I have your attention, check out my playlists to see some content that maybe you missed already that you'll be glad you found. That's all.